inn is open, my friends, while tolls have yet to begin. Laughter we had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
And welcome back, everyone. We gathered the party, one from Andrea, one from the Glabshock Swamps. Blah, 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 blah. It's close enough. And Big Tin and Schnorzboop. They're now standing in the middle, having a conversation. And Chaos just tried to pants Nal here. We laughed them off with Nal going, a what?
Oh, so, well, his name is Philemon. He's really great. But he's also a primordial. So he sort of has a natural way of being that's hard to curb. But why would you?
I'm uncurbable.
Don't like that I can hear you in my head.
Just
not?
inside your left ear, you hear a tiny little whisper. I know. Yeah.
Oh, you cut out for that one.
Oh, he says, I'm not in your head. Yet.
Iago is going to lift his finger and say, I could get in your head, and it'll be just in your head now.
Cool. I'm gonna do an insight on this new little guy.
Snozpoop would also like to do some insights on his friendshipness and his trustworthiness.
7 for me.
7 for you.
I don't know if they need to be separate rolls or not.
Nah, you can make them the same roll.
Okay. 18.
18. I would say the 7 is it's a small, masked, hooded, cloaked individual. It's hard to get a read on this individual right now. For yourself now. For you, Schnozzboop, an 18, Vaughn or Iago. Why don't you answer for that one?
He seems pretty friendly. There's probably things he's keeping hidden or things that he hasn't told. And by probably, I mean there's definitely he's hiding something. Yeah.
What about his trustworthiness?
Trustworthy-wise? Oh, yeah, you could probably trust him.
Okay. Nice.
He's a guide for the Fallen Fists.
Well, I'm gonna leave you all to your business. Until later.
Thanks for taking care of that paperwork for me, Doctor. I hope you have a wonderful time in my absence, and then it's filled with friendship and laughter.
Well, it's going to be filled with paperwork. Only laughter I'll be getting. Other names I'll be reading. There's quite a few amusing ones.
Very good. All right. Let's head out. Snozpoop just starts walking out. And he doesn't walk very fast, so he's easy to catch up with.
So what exactly is the game plan here, Noz?
So you followed him, just to be clear?
Yeah, you're walking
Before following Snozboop, Iago's going to turn to Doc and say, I'm the older one here, so it's going to have to be you. And then follow Snozboop.
Oh, he's a Kenku. That's all you hear as the door closes.
Very fine. So, as we walk, Snozboop will, in a hushed, non-carrying tone, say, "So, now that we have assembled what I think is an excellent group for the mission ahead, we can get down to the nitty-gritty, the brass tacks, if it were, as it were. There is a house in this city that currently there abides a demon that, given the wrong circumstances, would tear us limb from limb. In that house, there is another demon. That demon believes in friendship and the selling of interesting artifacts. We need to sneak in to the violent demon's house, get the friendly demon out. Ideally, without anyone being the wiser. So, probably first thing we need to do, stake out who's getting snacks.
A little
No, this is going to be a very long journey.
orange poof of a creature. Orange. Purple poof of a creature. I don't know why I said orange. But purple poof of a creature with really big emerald eyes. Not emerald. What's the purple one? Amethyst. Good grief, I'm doing great today. Amethyst eyes. Furry, fuzzy, big tail. Just on your left shoulder now. Comes out of nowhere. It's like, can we get pretzels?
Oh, Philemon.
My gods.
Oh, I mentioned this is Philemon. That's his real name. But yes, soft pretzels, I assume.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be soft. You gotta get them with that real
Very
good mustard.
Get some salt on there.
Oh, yeah. Stakeout isn't a good
Yes.
stakeout with any food right now.
So
face.
true.
I'm gonna look at Big Ten, and also at Iago. Is that what your name actually is? And I'm gonna look at Iago, and then look back at Snozboop, and I'm gonna ask, all right, where is this house?
Well, so Big Ten knows where it is. So here's the plan. Why don't you two go get the snacks, meet us there. Iago and I will start the stakeout ASAP. Obviously, stealth, name of the game. So, yeah, don't give away the gig.
You know where the house
Sound
is
good?
at?
I mean, we've been there.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
Loose little like drive by, just a general check on the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I had a vision that said the guy was going to tear off all of our limbs and kill us if we made trouble, so we left.
Eeh.
All right. And also, now, Big Ten, don't forget some soft pretzels. We're going to need those for sure. And
Is there
then
a specific soft pretzel place in this city?
Taste my buns.
There you go. That's the one.
Repeat the name of it again.
Taste my buns.
Taste my buns.
Delicious.
Oh wow.
The
Okay.
best
Welcome to
bakery in town.
Palias.
It's the best bakery ever.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm. All right. It's
I'm
planned.
just gonna shrug my shoulders.
And we'll meet you there. Now then, I'll walk with
This way.
Iago, just a couple of gnomes walking towards the ambassador's house. And then, so, Iago, tell me, what are your hopes and dreams?
Ooh. Hopes hopes and dreams. By the way, you're only hearing this in your head.
Okay, cool.
I think one of my biggest hopes is that one day I have many children. But one of my biggest dreams, yes, one of my biggest dreams is to have traveled the whole of the Globshack swamps and surrounding locations. It'd be so much fun.
Those are some very interesting hopes and dreams, and quite specific, which I appreciate. Many people have very generic and not really well thought out ones, which are acceptable. They don't have to necessarily, but it is good to hear one so specific as yours. As far as the children aspect goes, how far are you along that path?
I'm just a widow guy. I don't have any.
Oh, okay. Well, as they say, it takes two to tango. How's that going?
Oh, well, I don't know what a tango is. Is it like a tangle or a kind of fruit?
I'm not actually certain. Based upon context, it seems to be a dance of some kind. And by I believe it means something along the line. It takes more than one person typically to have a child. So how's the second person going?
Prospects.
Okay.
There's many of my type in Hada, so.
Very good. Well, I'd love to be at any, nuptial ceremony that you may have, to celebrate the beginning of such a journey. Very fun. Do you have any questions?
What are your hopes and dreams?
My hopes and dreams? Well, let me tell you, Iago. My hopes and dreams are pretty much peace. Peace through friendship. All across the land. And some people think that's silly, and I know that. But that doesn't keep me from hoping and dreaming on it. I probably don't have that much longer to live, I know. So perhaps the full dream won't be seen, but maybe we can get a little bit of it. Just a taste.
You can't be that old. You can't be like a day over 400.
That's chaos.
How old am I? I can't remember.
You're over 400.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
You had yourself at like 400, like mid 400s.
Yeah, I think I
back
heard
there.
it somewhere. Oh, this thing says 222, but that was at the beginning.
Yeah.
So probably more like 223, 224. But I think that's in the latter years for a gnome.
That's right. Yep. I was wrong on that. Yeah, still house.
Well, that would be interesting to find a gnome who was over 400, but I'm a bit over 200, so it's been a long road for me, an enjoyable road. I had a wonderful wife. I had a wonderful little home surrounded by gardens. But I caught hold of this dream, friendship and peace for everyone. And so I left my home and trying to bring that to everybody else.
Very old. No. Well, yes. Very good of you.
Oh. I will say that is not a response I've heard as of yet. I appreciate it.
Wait, how do people usually respond?
Usually with confused faces is the most often typical response, I'd say. Some with laughter, or I think a few with threats of violence. Some people are curious, I think. Curious is about as much as I can hope for, typically.
Iago cocks his head and goes, well, we have our work cut out for us then.
Indeed, good Iago.
As the two of you head off to your location to start the stakeout, Nal and Big Tin, you head to the wonderful place called Taste My Buns. So for now, when you approach this place, it's a modest little bakery. It's got a big sign that says "Taste My Buns" right at the top. And
I like to imagine that the logo also has like 2 loaves of bread in such a positioning that it looks like a butt at the top.
A little bit. There's definitely some subtle
No, I want it to. They didn't even realize that they were doing it.
Subtle implications that aren't actually subtle at all. It's only subtle in the fact that they didn't even realize what was going on. As you enter this place, you see a big old Leonin very tiredly carrying a bun of what looks, or a tray of what looks to be some freshly baked buns. Look over and like, you missed the rush. So decent timing. Our supplies are still getting baked and made. Another new face. Can I help you? What do you need?
Yeah, we need a Snozboop stakeout package for 4. Include the pretzels, please.
Oh, you're smaller than I last checked.
Makes it easier to fit in places.
True enough. The girls are proving that quite adequately. I'll have that out for you in just a moment. Give me a bit.
And charge it to Snozboop's account.
Oh, of course. He starts gathering up some specials, putting a little package together. Extra mustard for the pretzels, some cheese sauce that he makes himself.
Oh, and this is Nal's first time in town, so give him the first time treat.
Yeah. Turns around and pulls out what looks to be a general baked bun. It's like circular. And as soon as you pull it, you could smell that there's extra ingredients to it. And he just hands it to you. On the house. Welcome to Palias.
Not a bad welcome at all.
You're rather large,
You're paying
fellow.
for this, right? I say that to Big Ten. You're paying for this, right?
Snozboop is.
And by Snozboop, we mean the guild.
No, I meant Snozboop. Snozboop can try and get it from the guild if he wants.
He could file the receipt for a reimbursement or overall invoice payments by the guild.
They count snacks.
Also, quick question. Just for my own personal stakeout snacks, I guess. Is there a ale house around here? Possibly a tobacco shop?
Sure.
I'm asking the
You went.
the
Oh. Okay.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was asking the since he was just still standing there.
Yes, as far as tobacco goes, you're gonna have to head to the general store. They can take care of you there. Gale, he's the one who owns the whole place. Been run off his feet recently, but mind you, he doesn't use them, so that's quite alright. As far as the ale house goes, the top
Also, with
shelf
the
inn-
general store.
You could probably get some ale at the general store.
Would it have umbrellas and like camping style chairs? Do you guys have those over here?
Yes, I'm familiar with the concepts. I haven't used anything like that myself, but Gale does like to supply various kinds of goods, and with the recent foreign trade happening, he's got some unique items from across the seas.
Perfect. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Pretty big tin.
Provides you with a box. A big tin doesn't have hands.
All right, I carry that stuff. We head to the general store and the ale house. I'm gonna buy a bottle of whiskey, a camping chair, and an umbrella, and just some, I don't know, some sort of other snack just for me.
You can actually get, if it's a bottle of whiskey you're going for, you can actually get that at the general store. And when you get there, you see, upon entering in, there's Gale hovering about 20 feet in the air, and being the air ganassi he is, talking to another figure that you saw on the ship but never engaged with. Another air ganassi with a white band across his brow, wispy white hair, formal blue, almost military-styled coat. The pants also floating up in the air, because he's also an air ganassi, and they're just having a general conversation. When you enter in, there's people bustling about, other employees helping them all, but he catches your eye and tells his person he's speaking to just one moment, hovers down. Hi, BT. Anything in particular you need? Who's your friend?
Alright, this is Mal. He's
Hi.
new and helping us on our latest mission. He has the list of stuff he needs.
Oh, okay.
Your biggest bottle of whiskey. If you have it, a camping style chair. If not, that's okay. I will find a log of some sort and sit on it. Mostly I'd need an umbrella. Yeah, and kind of snack would this guy have?
I've got
Pork rinds.
Yeah, it'd be something like pork rinds.
Pork rinds. I've got various kinds of jerky. A shipment of jerky arrived from the Quailen Isles recently. I don't know what kind you're looking for. As far as like the whiskey goes as well, we've got ourselves some Strongworth brands. Are you looking for local or overseas? Because we got some of those too. They're a little bit more pricey, importing it and all that wonderful stuff. But
I'm not one of those particulars kind of guy when it comes to liquor. Just show me where the aisle is. I'll pick it out.
Oh, all right. He starts hovering away, and you do catch the fact that, yes, that Leonin was not kidding. Something just got knocked over.
No, it's Sarge. He's underneath.
Oh, Sarge. He does not use his feet. He is not walking around places. He's just hovering from one place to the next.
I follow him.
Shows you the
supplies, and then
aisle of the whiskey. You get all the general supplies you'd like. Now, the only thing that's going to change, possibly the price, is what whiskey you go for. You do recognize various brands from Andrea on the shelf, and various brands from here.
And I get one of the ones from Andrea. Let's go. It's like, it's not top shelf, but it's not mid. It's somewhere in that general vicinity. Yeah.
The upper end, but not upper. Yeah. You get a nice. It's got the logo on it. Has a good wagon that's kind of tilted off to the side. You recognize it as a wagon as a way brew. A very common and popular brand over in Andrea.
All right, I grabbed that. Also, cigars. I remember that
Cigars.
on my way to the register, and then go grab those as well.
You get everything you need. That'll probably, with the whiskey and cigars, you're probably looking at about 4 silver.
Silver. I gotcha. I give them 5 as a tip.
Oh, thank you.
Anything else you need? No?
No, we are good. We head out. Actually, before I go, I'm not to assume anything, but I think it's safe to assume that you don't eat.
No.
All right.
Do not.
Then we head back. I let him show me the way.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way, brother?
Wow.
We're not the princess. You are the first princess.
You are all heading to that location. We move back over to Schnorzboop and Iago, who have found a nice, quiet little spot in the shadows, out of sight, looking at this modest cabin. It's smaller. This neighborhood was built probably a long time ago, a little bit closer to the governor's palace. It was empty for quite some time until it was delegated to the ambassador of peace, who renovated it and made it look a little bit fancier. Spent some time having been here for a little while now. Looks like a single-story building nestled very close to the cliff edge. Until the next tier up, that is. Good garden out in the front. Well kept, well maintained. You've not seen anyone inside. You are probably around 3 p.m. at this point.
Great. So I'm gonna tell Iago in a whisper, why don't you move along a little bit to get another viewpoint? Make sure we stay in eye contact so we don't get surprised by anything. And then if you spy Big Tin and or Now, pass on the word to do the same down the line.
Iago is going to give you a salute, and then he's going to kind of lean down a little bit and whisper, "Sneakwear." And you see his clothing shift from the formal wear that he had into these black and dark grays, slack and easy to move in outfit that looks kind of ninja-esque. And then he twings his cloak, and the silver sigil changes to kind of a dark purple, and the cloak gets a little bit more billowy. And then he goes, "See you soon."
Very
And he
fun.
sneaks off.
Sneaky and looking around.
Well, that's happening. Nosbib, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, things are starting out well. That's a 24.
24. As the clothes shift and he moves off, you get a good glimpse at what is underneath the cloak, and you realize this is not a gnome.
Huh. Because?
He looks like a little bird.
Oh,
Those are
Birdman.
feathers.
Those are feathers, not fingers.
Oh. Okay. Notate that for later discussions.
But as you start watching and examining this house, Iago and Schnorzboop, roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
I got a 7.
7.
16.
16. Nosboop, then. You're the one who sees them.
Hmm.
BT, and now coming down one of the side roads.
Great. Point at now. You receive a message in your head, assuming you are able to receive messages. And it will say, stake out on. Find a good position, stay in eyesight. I'm at your, and I give whatever angle you should look to see where I am.
All right.
Send on the snacks when you can.
I give you a big thumbs up in the air, but I roll my eyes as you say what you're saying to me. I roll my eyes, but I give a big thumbs up from far away.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around and I'm just gonna deliver the snacks to both of them. And then I'm gonna find a spot, another position, and one-handed I'm gonna take the camping chair and unfold it in one quick move, set it down, set up the umbrella, and spark up a cigar and open up that bottle. And if you can see me,
They have a
you have
stealth of -3?
Yeah, I am actively not trying to stop. I can like cross my legs even. That's how like I'm just like sitting there cross-legged.
It's like a
bottle
dad
in one
chilling on a
hand,
beach.
cigar in the other. Exactly. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys this little detail. I do not have boots or shoes on. So from like where your toes begin and end, is a cloven hoof. Like that's what it looks like. It looks like a regular mammalian foot, and then it's a cloven hoof for the toes.
Okay.
Like a horse's hoof or like a camel's hoof?
Like a goat's hoof. Like a
goat's
cloven hoof.
Oh yeah, that is what that means.
Anywho's will be. I keep my eyes open with a passive perception of 15.
What's Big Ten doing?
BT will crouch and attempt to disappear.
Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna ask for a group stealth check. Now, the only reason we're gonna have you roll is to see if you get a natural 1. I'm considering yours as a failure right out the get-go.
Yeah, for real.
But if you get a natural 1, that's gonna be a double E-bad.
Yeah. No, I got a 12.
12?
Still failed,
Okay.
but I got a 12.
27?
I actually
Ooh, yeah.
have a +3 to stealth. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness.
25.
25? Yeah, okay. What do y'all go get?
18.
18. Excellent. Well, a few hours into your stakeout, familiar form of a bald halfling, I think it was a halfling, pretty sure, comes walking down the road, wearing his robes of the messengers apiece, particular branch being an ambassador, enters through the front gate of this house, having not noticed anyone, with now being in a convenient corner where you'd have to deliberately turn around and look behind him to be able to see when he's walking down any of these streets. Pulls out a key from his pocket, puts it in the front door, unlocks it, and walks in. Closes the door. And you see him moving about inside for a few minutes. until you don't see him moving about inside anymore.
Snozboot is gonna hear in his head, a bald halfling just walked in there, and now I don't see him moving around. Is that important?
That is the ambassador.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm too far away to hear you respond, so I'm just going to assume that's important.
Well, I will point at you. I assume I know where you are.
Yeah, with insight.
In your head, you will hear, that is the ambassador of the potential kidnapper of our potential friend. Yes, so very important.
Excellent.
All right, what are you all doing? Just
I am
waiting?
blissfully unaware of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting. I'll eat some soft pretzels. And guess I'm waiting for. So I didn't know where the ambassador was. So now that I know where he is, I will wait for him to leave, I suppose. Or if that takes a long time, if I know that he has gone to sleep, that might trigger something. Whenever he does something different, I would like to know when he's doing something different.
Okay. How many hours? We'll ask you, Schnauzboot, to make the decisions here. How many hours are you going to wait of seeing no activity inside the house before doing something? You're probably around like 6 p.m. at this point.
I mean, there is no limit.
So you wait all night.
About halfway through this bottle, by the way, if that puts a clock on anything.
Let's go with, let's check in back at midnight. The sun has completely set. Clouds are out. It's very dark outside right now. You haven't seen any activities and no lamps have been turned on inside the house.
I'm gonna, with a little, what is it? It's the earring of message. I'm gonna send a message to Snozboop. This is probably like the third time that I've messaged this, but like, any change to the plan?
I don't know how that works. Can I reply back, or do I need to point at you?
Yeah, I think you can reply back. Yeah.
With that one, so what he's using is an earring of message, which is Andrean tech. Those ones work very, very differently. You can't actually reply back to those ones because those ones are tech-based. He needs another one to be able to reply to you, so he can use his message technique, though.
I will point at him and say, nothing yet. Looking for change here, but give me a sec. So I assume as it's midnight and it's completely dark outside. I don't know what the moon's situation is.
Fully clouded. Can't tell.
Oh.
Question.
Great.
Answer.
If that earring of message was tech, did I catch the frequency?
You would not catch the frequencies. This is there's no arcane sense to it at all. With iridine ones, it's like the blend between tech and arcane. So you can catch the frequency through the arcane bands, which is what you were kind of built to be able to do. With his, it's just pure tech. So this is something you don't have the design to be able to pick up on.
Mm-hmm.
Good question,
though. So I'm gonna sneak very slowly, just like try to make myself be a shadow that is just a little movement at a time until I can get up to the house, see through a window, see if I see anything.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay. And I do have dark vision, in case that matters.
Nice. It does matter.
As he's doing that, Iago's going to say in his mind, "Do you want to be invisible?"
Yes?
Okay, hold on a sec. I'm going to sneak up to him. And when I get up to him, I'm going to cast invisibility on him.
Ooh. Okie dokie. You cast invisibility. It's concentration for up to an hour. Mark off the spell slot, and Schnozboop, you just suddenly, you see a little shadow sneak up to your position and then go, you just poof out of existence for everyone else.
Action.
And then I'm going to sneak back.
Well, the invisible Snozboop rolls a 19 on the stealth check.
The invisibility will give you advantage.
I already have advantage. Seems like it gives disadvantage on anyone who tries to see me.
Okay. Ooh, that was some sad rolls for you. Poor man.
It was.
Yeah.
2 and a 10.
Good thing you have the advantage. Well, you get up,
Dude.
sneaking as quietly as you possibly can. Poke your head up in the window. A little movement to your left. As Chaos also pokes his head up.
What are we looking for?
I don't know.
Give me a perception
Anything.
check.
It's a natty one.
Oh, you see nothing.
You're looking into the basically there's a small cabin. There's 2 rooms to it. Larger room in the middle with a dining table in the middle, cooking area off to the side, various herbs and ingredients for the kitchen hanging from here and there. Very, very unadorned. There's really not anything that says, "I'm lavish" inside here. This is the modest as modest can get. But it's dark. And you see there's a lantern in the middle of the table, but you don't see anything. Anything unique or important at all.
I'm going to creep over to a different window. And I think it's a little bit strange, the modest nature of the house. I'm going to be looking for any arcane elements that are, hiding something from me.
Okay. And give me, as you're creeping to another table, let's turn this into an investigation check.
Okay. 10.
You're a little out of luck on the other window, as the other window is a drawn curtain. Can't even see into it at all.
That's a shame. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not going to take any chances at this point. I'm going to sneak back to not quite my original position, but close to it. So I'm still in between my friends. And I'm going to point to each one, not Big Tin, as I can't talk to his brain. But
no, but we do have communicators.
We do have communicators, you're right. So I'll use the communicator for you and say, I didn't see anything. Keep watching. And so just keep looking.
You said message has a response, right?
Message does have a response, I think. Because that's a direct spell. Let's double check. Message, it's within 60 feet, which you all easily are. No, it's within 120 feet, which you all easily are.
You can reply. Yeah, you can reply.
Should I drop the invisibility?
If you'd like to. Yeah. If that is affecting you in some way, definitely.
I'm not going to drop the invisibility until after an hour passes, because that's the longest I can keep it up.
Okie dokie. Well, the invisibility drops. It's after 2 hours at around 2 a.m. now. You all are on the verge of risking an exhaustion point if you continue through the night without any rests. One of the lights flickers on.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm going to point at... Or no, I don't have to point. I'm going to message Snozboop. Talk to Snozboop in his mind and say, a light's on.
Indeed. Well, I will point at the different team members. So I guess Big Tin doesn't sleep, so it's not affected. So we're going to take turns. We're going to do a double man shift to keep watch for the remainder. So we're going to start myself and Big Tin on watch, and I'm telling them this.
Right.
And then we're going to switch to Nal and Big Tin. No.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Nal, yes, Nal and Big Tin. And then to Iago and Big Tin. Yes. So we can get some sleep where we are.
Get some
Wake
rest.
us up if you see anything. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I say out
Be a
loud
little
to
bit
no
more
one.
specific.
What was that question?
Could you be a little bit more specific than
About what?
see anything?
So we're looking to see if the ambassador leaves or does. Basically, if the ambassador shows themselves and is doing something other than eating dinner, we want to know that.
Okay.
Alright. Who's on first watch? Whoever is watching for this shift, give me some perception checks.
Me and Big Ten. Let's do it, Big Ten. 20. Dirty.
24.
24. Okay. The two of you will see that the light that was flickered on was the central table lamp. It was only turned on for just a moment. You see the ambassador moving around in there for a bit. With your checks, there is a point where you see him cross by one of the windows, but he doesn't cross by another one. And about 30 or so minutes into your watch, he comes back around that table, or back around that first window. And it's all one room.
Is
In
the
that-
house shielded?
Give me a
I'm doing my whole vision sequence.
whole vision sequence, and you just did a perception check, so we can actually include it into that 24. Not all of it. Portions of it are, though. His room, for example, is definitely shielded. That one you can't see through. It's like basically a wall. Wall of arcane energy you can't see through. And then, in that moment when he passed by the window, in between the windows when you couldn't see him, it's like the energy of whatever magical items he's carrying just vanished. And 30 minutes later, they reappeared. And you saw him walk past the window again.
When I saw him the first time and the second time, does he register enough in all the different visions that I know he's real?
Yes, he does register enough. You know he's real. You would also recognize enough at this point through your bond with destruction that that's not his real form.
Well, we know he's a demon.
Yes. Now you know how to spot it.
Now I know how to spot it. Okay. That's good to know. So I just want to make sure we're not watching a loop,
Good check.
a video loop, a hologram, or a
Yeah.
magical something to make him look like he's home and walking around. But I will tell Snoz the two shielding places that I can't detect him, and that I couldn't detect him between those windows for that time gap. So, but that room's not shielded. I just couldn't detect him, right?
Yep.
So
Not
he
shielded.
had to have ported or left. He's coming and going without the use of the door.
Closer towards the end of your watch, the lamp inside the main room is blown out. You see some light coming from the bedroom area where the curtains are all drawn, just kind of shining in between the curtains. Very, very light light. It's an interesting sentence. And then eventually that one goes out as well. And your watch comes to an end, Schnozboop. For the other two, who's going last?
It'll be Iago.
Iago? We'll roll any checks. Because nothing else is going to be happening in the night. The house remains quiet for the duration. For everyone, for the purposes, this is not going to be a long rest, but it will be the purpose of a short rest. So if there's any short rest things you can trigger, Schnozboop, I did notice you have some HP missing for some reason. I'm not sure why. Do you remember why?
No, I don't
Wasn't
have
there
any.
a fight?
I don't have any combat recently.
A tavern brawl?
Feel like that's true. However,
Remember
I've completely forgotten and I don't have enough notes for it, so go ahead and just refresh your HP. I mean, you're getting a short rest anyway. You can use some of your hit dice if you'd like to refresh it, if you want to try to keep true to us not remembering some of the history of what happens.
I think I just missed a long rest button.
Let's go with
fairly confident about that.
Let's go with that. So it'll be a short rest, so if you all don't get a long rest the next night, you'll definitely be getting an exhaustion point. You won't be able to do short rest continuation to avoid that. Because it's been a very tired night. But around 6-ish, 6:15-ish, just so everyone knows, the Horfeet keen mind for knowing what time of day it is, it's a little irrelevant in Iridai. Everyone here is pretty attuned to timeliness inside this continent. It's the knowing north, south, east, and west that's most important for that feat. And being underground. You're underground, you're cuckoo screwed. But here, it's otherwise. But around 6:15-ish, the door will open up. You don't see any lights turn on the inside of the building, but the door opens and the messenger, or the ambassador of peace, walks out, turns around, closes the door, puts his key in, locks it, and starts walking off. Yes?
As he is locking the door, I had an idea, and so I quick point at Iago and say, I need to be invisible right now.
Oh, okay. How quickly can I get to him? We're not too far away from each other, are we?
No, it's a very small area. I would say he's easily within your movement. You can get to him.
Okay, I'm gonna get to him and cast invisibility on him.
Okay, and then I am going to stealth up to this individual as they're walking. I'm going to attempt to snatch that key from their pocket.
Perfect, okay. Give me a stealth check. It is not with advantage. No, it is with advantage. Never mind, because you naturally have advantage on your stealth checks.
Yeah.
But with this individual, you wouldn't be getting advantage because of invisibility.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't roll the best. 17.
17. Great. Well, as you're sneaking up to him, he's going to turn around, start walking halfway down his path, and then stop
Oh boy.
as he sees a tiefling just chilling on a
Oh,
camp
great.
chair
A distraction.
underneath the umbrella, smoking a cigar and loosely holding on to an empty bottle.
I'm asleep still. No,
Asleep
I'm
still.
asleep still because technically I
Like,
was asleep. So
Cig-
he sees me
cigar
like this.
Ash just piled along the shoulder, having fallen asleep with the cigar still lit, empty bottle still hooked inside his finger. I am going to roll his perception check at disadvantage because he is genuinely distracted by a random tiefling. Good thing, too. He got a 15. So he does not see or notice
And
you sneaking up
yoink.
and getting behind him. I'm going to need a sleight of hand check. This is also going to be at advantage because he is distracted.
Ooh.
You see him just cock his head, staring at the sleeping tiefling.
25.
25. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. What are you going for?
His key.
His key? Slip in. Unhook the keys. Slip them out as he's taking a step forward, and he walks up to the tiefling, nudges his foot, and wakes you up now.
Ugh, football practice. What?
Are you okay, Fred?
Yeah. I was just enjoying the night air last night. Got myself a bottle, some snacks. Beautiful home. I don't know. Felt like a nice place to sit. And that will be a heavy duty deception check.
Yes, it will. There's a measure of truth in it as well. Not a very good measure, but there's a measure of it.
24.
24. Oh my goodness.
I have a +7.
Best lies have some truth.
He smiles at you.
It is a lovely home, isn't it? Gifted to me by the mayor. Is there anything I can do for you? Any peace I might bring your life today?
No, I'm doing pretty good. You looking to sell that thing anytime soon?
Not for mine to sell. If you're looking to purchase real estate, you should go to the mayor's palace. His associate will help you get to the right facilities. Is there a name I can give them so that they might be on the lookout for you?
Yeah, Simon.
Simon.
And I extend my hand.
Terraken. Pleasure to meet you. I am Palias's ambassador of peace.
He extends his hand out and shakes. Again, one of those small hand, big hand handshakes.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let's see. Is there anything? I do not think that can. 'Cause I can only see magic objects and/or spells. Yeah. I just shake his hand, and I kind of go. Anyway, I'll get out of your hair, and I just kind of grab all this stuff and fold the chair back up and just start walking away.
He turns and starts walking down the road, and you see him just look back once or twice. He heads off and then soon disappears.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
When he locked his door, did anything arcane-wise change about the house?
Give me a perception check.
To
Or
the tune of
investigation.
"Here Come the Men in Black."
Yeah, this is 17.
17. Something did, in fact, actually trigger inside the lock itself. A small little burst of arcane magic. Looks like the lock is mechanized to initiate some kind of spell.
I thought that might be the case.
Look at you all planning. What is this? I'm not used to this.
Friendships have abounded.
And a good deception check. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew we could do it?
We'll see
Not
where they
me.
take this information next week as we continue this little adventure and stakeout of the Ambassador of Peace's house. We'll see you around that time, everyone.
The end may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go